Let me ask you something real quick. Have you ever noticed someone watching you just a little too closely? Not in a flattering, wow, you're amazing kind of way, but in that weird, I'm about to steal your entire personality kind of way? Yeah, that's what this video is about. And trust me, if your gut just said, yup, I know that look, this message is 100% for you. This isn't about ego. This is about energy. You've got something people can't quite put their finger on. They try. Oh, they try. But every time you say something original or do something effortlessly creative, you can feel it. That aha moment in their eyes. That silent, thanks, I'm taking that. Taking. And the funny part? You never even tried to hold on to it, because your mindset is rooted in abundance. You know there's always more where that came from. You're not here to gatekeep. But let's be honest, it gets weird when the same people who act like they don't see you are the ones copying your every move like it's a survival tactic. Let's play a game. Raise your hand, metaphorically unless you're alone, and then go ahead. If you've ever shared an idea only to see it show up later, on someone else's lips, page, or platform, with zero credit. That's not coincidence. That's strategy. See, they thought they cracked your code. They assumed you had some hidden formula tucked away like a secret recipe. They figured if they stayed close enough, asked you enough questions, watched enough of your posts, listened long enough, they'd unlock the blueprint to your brilliance. But here's the twist. You don't have a formula. You are the formula. Your creativity doesn't come from steps, hacks, or templates. It comes from your soul, your unique ability to absorb life, filter it through your experience, and remix it into something completely fresh. And that's the part they'll never replicate, because what you have can't be downloaded, saved, or screenshotted. It's not transferable. They can mimic the what, but they'll never understand the why, and that drives them crazy. That's why they keep orbiting around you, even when they ghost you, even when they pretend you're irrelevant. They always come back just to check in, to see how you're doing. Nah, they're not curious about your well-being. They're updating their source of inspiration. You've become their unofficial muse. And while they're trying to recreate your magic, you're already 5 ideas ahead, building the next thing they'll wish they'd thought of first. These same people don't like you, not because you've done anything wrong, but because your talent is intimidating. Your ideas have value, your voice has influence, and that kind of power makes insecure people uncomfortable. But here's what you need to remember. They can't duplicate what they don't understand. They can't clone what they didn't earn. Your creative edge comes from your lived experiences, your pain, your joy, your growth, things they can't copy and paste. So let them watch, let them take notes, let them attempt. Because every time they try to imitate you, they just confirm that you're the blueprint. You're the standard they keep chasing. Do you know what? That's kind of funny, isn't it? The very people who swore you were too much are now trying to become exactly like you. Life's got jokes. Keep evolving. Keep showing up with that unpredictable spark. Be as random, original, and you as you've always been. Because they'll never figure out what your next move is. In fact, half the time you don't even know what your next move is. And that's the beauty of it. You're not following a script. You're following your flow. Don't dim your shine just because others are trying to borrow your light. If anything, shine brighter. Let them squint. And if you've been feeling drained or annoyed by all the copycats, take this as your permission to stop explaining yourself. You don't owe anyone access to your process. You're not here to be understood. You're here to create, to lead, to inspire. And not everyone's gonna like that. But the ones who get it, they really get it. So protect your peace, honor your gift, and keep building something so beautiful, so fresh, so you, that even your imitators can't help but admire it. If you're still watching, let me say this, thank you. Not just for your time, but for being a living example of how originality can't be bought or borrowed. You are the real deal, and the world needs more of that. And now repeat this prayer with me. Dear God, thank you for the divine gift of creativity that flows through me so effortlessly. This spark, this rhythm, this expression, it's more than talent. It's sacred energy channeled through my soul, and I'm honored to be a vessel for it. Thank you for reminding me that the ideas I carry are not random or borrowed. They are sacred and uniquely mine. You planted them in me on purpose. They are an extension of my essence, shaped by my experiences and lit by divine intention. I ask for discernment, Lord. Discernment to know who genuinely values me and who is simply drawn to what they can take. Teach me to protect my energy, my mind, and my heart from those who come with empty praise but selfish intentions. Guard my spirit from the silent arrows of envy, from the temptation to compare, and from the draining energy of imitation. Let me move with confidence in my own lane, without worrying about who's watching or copying. Help me find deep joy in my originality, even when others fail to understand or appreciate it. Let me never water down who I am just to be more palatable. Let me embrace my quirks, my vision, my voice, fully and freely. Remind me that I don't owe explanations to those who refuse to see my worth. My light doesn't need permission to shine. Let me stop over-explaining to people who were never meant to understand the frequency I operate on. Let everything I create be rooted in truth, love, and intention. Not fear, not competition, not performance. Let my work be a sacred offering, a ripple of healing and inspiration in a noisy world. Bless even those who attempt to imitate me, not with false success but with the courage to discover their own voice. May they look inward instead of outward. May they find peace in their own expression, just as I've found in mine. And even when the road feels lonely, when support is scarce or applause is absent, may I still feel divinely supported. Wrap me in the quiet reassurance that I'm never alone on this journey. And above all, may I continue to create with freedom, with passion, and with peace. May I never stifle the gift inside me, but allow it to bloom in its fullness. Amen. If this message hit home, do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel. We talk real over here. Truth, creativity, growth, and everything in between. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And drop a comment if this reminded you of someone watching a little too close. Stay original. Stay unstoppable.